All right, so what do we have? We have the Uthros Titanic God Core, the Tellurian Academy planet. I don't think this is good and limited. I'm not taking that. We have a Gold Wrath, 6 mana, destroy all creatures at any number of target players, each mill half their library rounded down. I had the chance of playing with this once, and it is solid, although sometimes the mill half punished me because of all the Gravediggers and recursion in the set, but it's a powerful card. I might take it here. What else? Voidforge Titan is solid. 5/4, Void. Beginning of your end step, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield or spell was warped, you draw a card and lose a life. I think that's solid. Bombard is fine. Diplomatic Relations, these are fine 3-mana removal spells. But I don't think I would first pick them here. I think I'm leaning between the Rupture and the Voidforge Titan. And, I mean, Rupture is definitely the most powerful card. Wrath and mill them for half. I'm going to try that. All right. 4 mana Spacecraft, create a 2/2. It's not bad. This guy's kind of interesting. Sack of food, deal 3 damage. He turns all your artifacts into food. Maybe that's good. I mean, it certainly doesn't synergize well with my first pick. Cryo Shatter is fine removal. Decrypt Transmissions is okay. So I think the best cards here are Cryo Shatter, Decode Transmissions, Wedgelight Rammer, and Ragost. How good is Ragost? You can sack an artifact to do 3 damage to an opponent. I mean, that is a strong ability. Also this thing. I'm not going to take this thing, I don't think. I think for me it's between Cryo Shatter and Ragost. Cryo Shatter to go with my first pick. Ragost. I'm going to take Ragost just because I'm not going to be wedded to my first pick. I haven't tried red-white yet. I do kind of want to see if it's okay. This could be really good in a heavy artifact deck. So here we have Monomenon. I don't know how to pronounce that. Blue-red, whenever an artifact you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It seems really good. Plasma Bolt, also a very strong card. And All Fate Stalker, another really strong card. Like a Banisher Priest. So it's... Oh, and Banishing Light. So we're currently 2 picks deep. And there's several good white cards in the pack. So white could be open. I think All Fate Stalker is better than Plasma Bolts. I'm not actually sure. Plasma Bolt's very efficient. Nothing in this pack really which wants me to lean into the blue-black theme. Alright, so we're going to take the All Fate Stalker. I mean, maybe we could go red-white. So here we have, let's see. Landseeker makes an artifact, which is good for Ragost. Terminal Velocity is a confusing card. It's a sneak attack that when the creature gets sacrificed, it burns everything equal to its mana value. So it's like a sneak attack wrath kind of mix. I've had it before, and it's very situational. Powerful but situational. Dawnstrike Vanguard is a solid card also. It's probably good in red-white. I'm tempted to take it over Terminal Velocity, honestly. I feel like in red-white, Terminal Velocity is just, I don't know, a little clunky. Because red-white's all about tapping your own creatures, so this kind of synergizes well with it. By the way, I feel like red-white is a bad archetype, so I am kind of moving into it. But I do want to confirm that. Like, I do want to draft it at least once to find out. A lot of whales. I do like the whales. We have Honor, put a counter on a creature, draw a card. This card's not going to be good in red-white. It's Landfall. All Fate's Scroll isn't bad. It's also an artifact. I do kind of like that card. Focus Fire has seemed like a solid removal spell in white. I'm tempted to try the All Fate Scroll just because it's an artifact for Ragost. You can sack it late game to draw some cards. It lets you splash. I don't know. It's harder to pick up. It's an uncommon. So we have a Roving Actuator, which will be really good if I get a Plasma Bolt. They'll let me recur it. It's also an artifact to go with Ragost. Pangolin, Focus Fire. Just tons of whales going around. And Psionicist, I mean, blue seems like it maybe is open, but I'm gonna take the Actuator. I think this card can have some strong combos. If I just get it, some cheap removal, this lets me rebuy it for like a Snapcaster Mage. It's a late Cryo Shatter. I feel like blue is open. This is sort of a combo with Ragost, but I'm not going to pick it here. You can get those super late. Sunstar Lightsmith isn't bad. Whenever you cast your second spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. It's fine. There's also this Emergency Eject. It's also kind of okay removal. I think I'm going to take the Sunstar and try it out. But I don't really love any of these cards. Alright. Wow, this late Corral of the Void. Galvanizing Sawship is a 6-mana, 6/5 flying haste, station 3. That seems good to me. I think Corral is interesting. I don't know how good it is, but I'm going to try the Sawship. I feel like in red-white it could be decent. And it's an artifact, so it's kind of on theme. Alright, we wield the Bombard. That's a decent sign that red is open. So yeah, oh yeah, late Mechan. So blue seems to be open. Blue is flowing. But I'm fine taking Bombard here. Seems solid. It's a late Decode Transmission, so I can take a Drill Too Deep as a shatter for the sideboard, or I could take the Exosuit Savior. It's got some minor synergies here and there. I'm gonna take the Savior. I think you can do some interesting things with it. Alright, these cards are all bad. I guess I'll take the white one. Creatures you control get +2/+0. Till end of turn, if it's not your turn, untap them. So the joke there is you tap them all to station, and then when your opponent attacks, you surprise untap them all and get them. Late Starfighter Pilot's playable. Archmage's Charm, vote out, really good black cards. Territorial Bruntars, strong red card, but 6 mana. You kind of want to ramp to it. Team Leader, creatures you control get +1/+0 during your turn. That's not bad. These are good black cards. Obviously can't splash Archenemy's Charm. I could splash vote out. I'm inclined to take one of these 2 red uncommons. What's better between the Bruntar and the Team Leader? I mean, the Bruntar takes over a late game for sure. I already have 2 6-drops though. And I feel like this card's better in red-green than red-white. I kind of want to try the Team Leader. I don't know if it's any good though. Yeah, I think for curve purposes, I'm just going to take the 4-drop, even though I think the Bruntar in general is better. I'm not loving the way this deck's looking so far, I have to say. Do I even need to go white? Ragost, I guess, is tempting. The Gene Pollinator, really strong card. Habu Landseeker, on theme with generating artifacts, but it's another 4-drop. I'm not going to take the Moxite this early, but it would be decent in my deck. Some good green cards here. I don't love all these 4-drops I'm picking up. I feel like the Kavu kind of makes sense for the deck. Or I could just take the Moxite. Moxite's whatever. I'm going to take the Kavu, and I'm not really happy with this. Well, there's a Bruntar. This deck is looking very top-heavy. There's a cheap Focus Fire. I could take that just as a way to keep myself alive. It's also this thing. This creates 2 artifacts. Maybe I actually want this. It creates 2 artifacts, which is really good for Ragost, because that's just 6 damage right there. It's yet another 4-drop. I'm glad I took this All Fate Scroll. Yeah, I think that's going to be my pick. I think Bruntar is good too, but the double artifact seems really good with Ragost. It's kind of, you want Spacecraft and red-white to tap your creatures. This curve is looking horrendous though. So I can get my Melded Moxite here as a cheap artifact. Other than that, I'm not taking another mediocre 4-drop. There's also Command Bridge. I'm splashing. Galactic Wayfarer, really good, but that's late. I'm going to take the Moxite here. Just another cheap artifact, but I'm not loving this. So I can get a Terminal Velocity now if I want one. Turbo Drone could be actually solid in this deck with all the 4s, but I actually think I do want the Terminal Velocity because this deck, considering how top-heavy the curve is, I could easily fall behind. And the Velocity is one of the cards which gets you back in the game when you're really far behind. I can Velocity in the Sawship, hit him for 6, and then it does 6 to everything, or this 6-drop. So I do think this deck actually might want the terminal velocity. Let's take that here. Yet another 6-drop. I'm not going to take the kill ship just for curve purposes. I think the turbo drone actually could fit. It's an artifact, so it goes with Ragost. It helps remediate the slowness of the deck a little bit. All these 4-drops, at least I can play a 4-drop and attack with it immediately. So many whales going around. So yeah, let's take the turbo drone. Wouldn't mind more 2-drops. And I mean, I could get a Knight Captain here, or I could take a companion or a focus fire. I'm tempted to take the focus fire, honestly. Companion, it's good with the savior. I don't have an equipment to get with it. I think I'm going to take the focus fire. I suspect this deck actually might want some cheap interaction, considering how the curve is looking. So now I could take another focus fire or a bombard. I think I'm going to take the bombard. I think I'd rather have 2 bombards than 2 focus fires. So we got a nutrient block, frontline rager, which I don't think this is a very good card, but it is a creature, currently at 10 creatures. Or torpedo. I'm going to take the nutrient block. This is a nice one to sacrifice to Ragost, because when you do, you draw a card. It's like fine filler. So I don't know if I love the breacher here. I'm going to take a torpedo just in case I need more removal. It's a cheap artifact. These cards are all bad. I'll take the Skitter Mob away from someone. Comet Crawlers. Not a bad card. This deck needs some help. It needs some good early plays. Black Bomb here, but that card is really good. What else is even here? Another Roving Actuator, Night Luminary. I don't want another mediocre 4-drop, which seems to be what all of these are. I could take the Luminary. It does let me have a play on 2. This is CMC 2 or less. So currently I have nothing to recur with the actuator. Black card is insane. I'm going to take the Luminary, which I really hate first picking that. Alright, I like Pangolin. That's not bad. All these good black cards, Tragic Trajectory, Fell Grafship, Equipments, whatever. I like the Pangolin. It's a 2-drop, which this deck wants more of. It's an artifact. It rewards you for playing lots of artifacts. So I'm happy with that here. Ooh, this card is good. When it enters, put a ++1 counter on target creature you control. And when a non-token creature you controls with a ++1 counter, it dies. You get a 1/1. So it's, you know, it's a 3/3 which dies into a 1/1, which is already a really good card. Echoing Deeps, no. Yeah. I'm just going to take the Rayblade Trooper. I'd love to get another 2-drop. Litho Breaking, Drill Too Deep, Dual Sun Technique. I don't have a lot of creatures with counters. I have the Rayblade, but I think that might be it. This thing gives counters too. Dual Sun doesn't really look like what this deck is doing. There's a chance I honestly want the Litho Breaking. It's kind of weird to think of putting a Pyroclasm in your red-white deck, but again, this deck is looking slow. And I don't have to Pyroclasm, it generates a lander. I think I'm going to take that, even though I haven't loved Litho Breaking in the format. The creatures are just kind of too big. I like the Pulsar Squadron Ace, though. It's a 2-drop, which this deck wants more of. And it tutors up finds a spacecraft. I think I only have 1 spacecraft right now. I have 2. I also have the Saw Ship. So that seems really good for me. I'm going to take that here. Another Bombard. Weftstalker's fine, but happy to get the Squadron Ace. Vanishing Light, solid removal. There's also Molecular Modifier. Bard. Currently at 14 creatures. Modifier's fine. I think I want the Banishing Light, though. Again, with the top-heavy curve, I think just having more removal helps me stay alive to get there. So I can get a Moxite here, or I can get a Flight Deck Coordinator. Even if instead, if you control 2 or more creatures, you gain 2 life. Tapped creatures, it's good with Ragost. Yeah? I already have one mock site. I don't know if I want 9 artifacts. I'm gonna take the flight deck coordinator. This card's really good. Dual Sun Adepts, 3 mana for 2/2 first strike. Creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn for 5 mana. I think that's better than these other things, so I'm happy to run that here. Alright, so I can get a 2/2 if I want. The Starfighter Pilot, I already have one. I don't think I want another Sunstar Lightsmith. All these 4-drops already, although I'm probably not playing the Actuator because I got no hits with it. Yes, take the 2-drop. Well, now I can get one of these crappy 4s anyways, or I can get the Chrome Companion to go with Ragost. Pretty bad card in general, though. Nah, I'm gonna take the 4-drop. I don't love Chrome Companion. Alright, I can get a Focus Fire now, another one. This deck looks very mediocre to me, but you never know. Alright. So I have to cut 8 things, so I have a lot of that. Roving Actuator didn't get there, so we gotta cut that. I got literally nothing for it. These are very... all the mediocre stuff over here is gonna be a lot of it. I do want the Turbo Drone. I like that. Starfighter Pilots could easily get cut. Torpedo, Nutrient Block, very cuttable. Fire. Got some number of those. Exosuit Savior is also pretty filler. I think I want to keep the Mock Sight. All right. So how many cards have I put in the filler section? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I got 15 cards in the filler section. That's never a good sign. So I need to cut 7. I'm currently at 17 creatures and 8 artifacts. So I probably don't want to cut more than like, I don't know, 3 or 4 creatures. And I want to maintain artifacts for sure. All Fate's Scroll is pretty mediocre, but is an artifact for Ragost. I guess I could play Ragost as just like a 2-drop or late game. You know, you could theoretically burn him out. The Litho Breaking is not looking great in this deck. I actually have quite a lot of creatures which will die to it. So I think that's going to be a sideboard card for me. Nutrient Block's also very cuttable, but I do want some number of artifacts. All these 4-drops, Team Leader, Exosuit Savior. Exosuit Savior I'm going to keep. There are some nice combos with it. It's good with the Pulsar Squadron Ace. It's good with that. Fine with Mock Sights. It's decent with a Regilight Rammer. You get another 2/2. Okay with All Fate Stalker. I think it's good enough. That's 6 more. Currently at 8 artifacts. Oh, the Landseeker produces an artifact for Ragost. I think I'm going to keep the Landseeker. I think it kind of fulfills both purposes of the deck. 1, generating artifacts. 2, being somewhat aggressive. So I think that's good enough to keep. I don't think I want 2 Starfighter Pilots. Seems be fine with 1. I don't know if I want 2. It's really best with Spacecraft, of which I only have 2. 5 more. Kind of like the Luminary. I could cut 1 Sunsmith. I'm definitely going to cut 1 of Nutrient Block or the Torpedo. They're both pretty bad. I don't think I want both. Terminal Velocity, I feel like, is worth keeping. Just again, it's like a late game, like sneak attack to finish someone off, or as a pseudo Wrath. You're really far behind. All Fate Scroll. I'm not sure about the All Fate Scroll in this deck, honestly. Block. Nutrient Block seems all it's really doing is go with Ragost. It's not very good. I'm gonna cut the Nutrient Block. Currently I'm at 16 creatures and 7 artifacts. think I'm gonna keep the torpedo just as an artifact and as a, more removal. Lightsmiths are pretty awkward when your curve is very high. Double focus fire. All Fate Scroll is not bad. Cut 4 more. Like, what if I cut one of the Lightsmiths? I want 2 focus fire. Currently at 15 creatures. Really 16 if you include the white spacecraft, which makes it 2/2. Could shave off 1 focus fire. I do have a good amount of removal. Got 2 more. I am cutting more artifacts. I'm making the pangolin and the Ragost worse. I do wonder if the All Fate Scroll is necessary, considering how many 4 drops I have. Torpedo looks pretty mediocre. Maybe I just cut that. I cut 1 more. Could cut a 4 drop. I think I do want the All Fate Scroll, honestly. This deck looks like it's got a lot of 4s. Expensive cards. It's an artifact. I think it's good enough to keep. Got the Lightsmith as the last card. It is one of my ways to draw cards. The All Fate Scroll does that too. Getting double spelling in this deck does seem tough, considering how expensive everything is. So maybe I just cut the Lightsmith. Honestly, I think that's going to be the deck. So, mana-wise, alright, so 9/8 seems good. I think this is the deck, and I don't have high prospects. If I escape with a 2/1, I'll be grateful. But yeah, let's find out how red-white is. I don't think this is the best iteration of the red-white deck, but I think it was already a bad archetype. Playing first, this hand's mediocre, but I do have 2 lands Banishing Light, so I draw the 3rd land and I have Banishing Light, and if I draw a Mountain, the Moxite kind of helps me filter my deck. So I'm going to keep it. Mulliganing is a very punishing thing in Limited. I'm kind of in the camp where you shouldn't do it unless you really have to. If your hand is like functional or close to being functional, I will oftentimes keep it unlimited. Alright, so yeah, we got the 3rd land. We got Banishing Light up. Red-black. Well, I think red-black is one of the best archetypes. So I'm gonna give them the counters. Target opponent may have you create 2 laner tokens. If they don't, so I'll decline. So this is a 4/3, and I can Banishing Light it. Next turn I can Pulsar Squadron Ace, and alright, I don't care about this very much. Ooh, even better. 2/2 double strike. So I'm missing land drops, but it's a good 3-drop. I assume it's about to eat a removal spell. This is red-black. Uh-oh. They're half the way to the infinite combo. They got the Voidborn and the Zealot. They got double Perigee Beckoner. I'm dead. I could attack. Let me Pulsar first to see if this is going to have 2 power. That'll inform whether I attack, I think. They hit a spacecraft. I did hit a spacecraft. I could decline, though, and just make it a 2/3. On this board, honestly, I feel like that's better. I don't think I need a 6-drop. I'm going to decline. I think I just want the counter, and I'm going to attack. If they double block, I get to kill both their creatures with a focus fire. Alright. Take 4. There is a chance I could die this turn. They go Swamp, double Perigee Beckoner. Alright, no. That's a bit awkward. So, yeah, we're gonna sack the 2/3. I do get to focus fire if they attack here. Alright. They just double station. I think they're on to me. They could play the turbo drone. Attack for 4. It seems good. I feel like it's kind of obvious I have focus fire, but what are you gonna do? Yep. I'm probably gonna focus fire that thing. Virus Beetle. I think I'm gonna discard the Moxite. I think it's the worst card here. Yeah, they have the read, the focus fire. So let's see. I could bombard the Dirgecraft, or I could bombard the Zealot. That's not bad actually, and then I could focus fire the Dirgecraft. That way they get one less surveil. Although that they do get a good block though. So I could bombard the Dirgecraft and attack with both my creatures, and I'd be fine trading the Turbo Drone for the Zealot. Or I could bombard the Zealot first and then focus fire the Dirgecraft, but then I get no damage in this turn. I think I want to get push for damage. I think what I'm going to do is bombard the Dirgecraft. They get to sack it, surveil. Oh, indestructible. All right, well, that's good to know. Guess I'm not attacking. Pass. Next turn, I can play the Vanguard and give it haste, but the board is getting a bit clogged. Oh, geez. This card is a problem. Although currently no creatures in the yard, but they can start sacking things and reanimating them every turn. My Bombard is gone. But yeah, we're gonna focus fire this thing, I think. They know I have it. It's not getting much better. Sack it, they gain a life. Land. So if I could attack, make this thing a 5/6 and attack, and they probably put a bunch of stuff in front of it. But if it lives, I get to pump my team, so they kind of have to kill it. So it'll be a 5/6. To kill it, they have to put the Zealot, Voidborn, and the Beetle on it. That would finish it off. I get rid of those 3. Getting rid of the Zealot's really nice. You get to start bringing stuff back then, though. But I feel like this is still good. I could also target... Maybe I should have targeted... Actually, this was bad. I should have targeted my Dual Sun Adepts first. And then attacked, and then I could threaten to pump it. They wouldn't have had a good trade. And now they actually have a trade. So let's see. Yeah, that was a mistake. If I pump the Dual Sun now and attack, then can they actually kill it? 3/3 double strike. Yeah, they can. Yeah. I think this wasn't great. I think I should have targeted the Dual Sun. But and then play this post combat. But it's still costly for them to kill this. No, it's not actually, because I just trade for the Zealot and the Voidborn basically. Those are good creatures to get rid of, though. Okay, so Zealot and Voidborn. I want the Scrapper. Honestly, the Scrapper is going to be pretty annoying with the Osteo Harmonis. He's going to draw a bunch of cards. I feel like I want to kill maybe the Zealot and keep the Voidborn alive. Just get rid of his engines. He is going to get to drain me every turn by bringing back creatures, but this seems better to me. Get rid of the engines. Alright, so I mean, he gets to start reanimating them. Yep. Yeah, that play might have really cost me last turn. Okay, so I can make this thing a 4/4 double strike. So he actually isn't able to kill it. Although he's just going to chump block every turn. I can activate this only as a sorcery. Okay. So it's, oh, I screwed up. It's only a 3/3 double strike. God damn it. So I can kill, yeah, I can kill like the Voidborn. All right. So I can kill, let's see. I want to kill the Voidborn first. Really matter too much. Actually, yeah, that order was good because then he doesn't get to sack the lander and drain me for an additional one. All right, so now I'm kind of at the mercy of the Harmonist taking over the game. I'm gonna play the land because I don't think I have any reason to hold it. I might have another Virus Beetle, and I do have double Ritz cards in my deck. Now we're just top decking. I'm hoping to draw removal so I can kill the Osteo-Harmonist or just some really good play. But every turn that goes by, he just gets back creatures. He's back to 17, so he's just gonna try and grind me out. All right, that one I'll hold. All right, that's really bad. The Gravedigger. So I guess I'm hoping to draw Terminal Velocity and like another thing, or I can blow everything up. Urgecraft. I'm gonna blow up my thing in just a moment. Three. I can make this thing a 5/4. Trades off for both of those, but he just brings them back. I think we just sit back. Yep. Sack the Turbo Drone. Keep the larger creature. Other Umbral Collar Zealot. Wow. I wonder if they do have the infinite combo. Let's take it. We're in big trouble here. I need to rip Terminal Velocity into like a large creature. Yep. Ooh. All right. I think that the door might be closed now. I don't think we have 2 more turns. I think we have 1 more draw step. Now we're dead. Yep, let's block, I guess, the one that can sacrifice things. Litho breaking actually seems good in this matchup. It kills most of the things we saw here. All right, we're dead. I wonder if the game plays out differently if that one turn that I hasted the lifelinker. It very well might have. It probably would have, actually. It wouldn't have been able to kill my creatures as easily in combat. I think the Litho breaking seems good. The Osteo-Harmonist is a huge problem. I have 2 Bombard, and I have Banishing Light to deal with it. Terminal Velocity, I feel like I might need it. Opponent played around Focus Fire pretty well there. Kind of bad here. Maybe the All Fate Scroll? Yeah, he had infinite chump blocks for the, yeah. It was going to be, considering I was drawing lands, even if I kept my creature alive, he was just chump blocking every turn. So maybe I have a little more time to draw something, but it was going to be tough. Starfighter Pilot's mediocre, but It is a 2-drop. Trades with the Zealots. Maybe good enough. I think maybe I cut the All Fate Scroll as the last card. Yeah, go with that. It seems like a very good red-black deck. 2 Umbral Collar Zealots. Alright, this hand's fine. Turn 2, Squadron Ace. Turn 3, Moxite. Alright, nice. Got a spacecraft. Next turn I can Moxite, get rid of some of these lands, or I can warp my Pulsar. Or I could save it to warp my Wedgelight Rammer. Maybe that's better. Back. Think here. I think I'm gonna Moxite. I can do better with Alphate Stalker, the warp ability. Let's Moxite. Start of Plains. 2. Okay. Turbo Drone. I don't want to get the Rammer in play. Oh, it's nice to get the Pangolin in play first. I could get Pangolin in play, and then I could Alphate Stalker my Pulsar. Buff it. This, yeah, targets a creature. Or I could just play a 4-drop. If I play the Landseeker, I do and kind of committed next turn to using the Lander. And I think I don't want to do that yet. Or I could play this and just start stationing. But the 2 artifacts would be good to have the Pangolin in play first. But I would need more mana to actually make that work. I think I changed my mind. I think I'm actually going to play the Landseeker here. And next turn I'm going to go Pangolin, crack a Lander. And while I'm doing that, I'm hitting for 4 damage. Warm color. It's a nice one. Alright. So let me attack with the Landseeker first. I don't think he's going to block. It's wrecked by Bombard. Okay. Then I could go Pangolin, crack a Lander, or crack a Lander, Bombard. Maybe that's better, actually. Yeah, I feel like that's better. I have to do it now, right? Sacrifice. All right, next end step, I sacrifice it. So let's go sacrifice the Lander. And I'm going to plan on bombarding something. He does have the indestructible trick. I think maybe I bombard now for that reason. Yeah, I'm going to do it now. On the Swarm Color. Swarm Color seems good in his deck. Dirgecraft. All right, well, I got the perfect thing for that. Goodbye, 1/2. You served your purpose. All right. Ooh. So I could go warp this, and play the Pangolin. That is amazing. That's what we're going to do. That just makes my board explode. Or I could play this and warp this. That gets me an extra 2/2. But I would like to get the Pangolin in play before I play the Rammer. So I think I'm going to attack. Warp this guy. Warp the Stalker. My Luminary. Play Pangolin. Now that goes away. I get back to 3/2. Just stays in play. Then my board explodes. The next turn, I have Alphate Stalker, and if I draw land 7, I also have Bombard. So I can try and clear the way. Oh, that seems really good here. That's probably going to be my play this turn. This thing is really good. He left back the Turbo Drone. I want 2 tapped creatures. If I attack with a Luminary, he probably trades it for the Turbo Drone. I could also play the Wedge Light Rammer and turn the Pangolin into a 4/4. Maybe that's best, actually. Save the Vanguard for a turn where I'll know I'll have 2 tap creatures, which I don't think is this turn. Seems good to me. Pay 1. Pay 1. So I could attack with my 2 4-powered things. And the 3/2 trades it for the Turbo Drone. Oh, he's done. He is done. All right. What's up, Major, Major, Major? All right. Wow, this deck, he's got the Survey Mech in 2. Opponent's deck seems really, really good. Really good. What could I do? I could play the Lightsmith if I want to do a grindier game. Try and draw some cards. Team Leader seems kind of mediocre. Like, is Team Leader better than Lightsmith? I'm not sure. I like Terminal Velocity as like a last-ditch thing, but I will say his deck can come back from the ashes better than mine. This is a draw 3. He's got the Gravedigger. He's got the Osteoharmonist. Like, it gets me back from behind, but I'm not convinced that I can close the game out afterwards, and I think that he can. And maybe that's a reason for cutting it and just playing another creature. That first game, it would have been good. So yeah, Velocity is maybe on the chopping block. Star Pilot is whatever. I do feel like I want to get a little grindier against them. I think I'm going to cut the Velocity. Maybe this is insane. And just get in a Lightsmith. I don't know. Like, Velocity is good if he gets at the Osteoharmonist and I can't kill it. But otherwise, I suspect it's not going to be good enough. Like, the way our decks match against each other, if we Wrath, I don't think I'm favorable. I think I actually need to win by pressuring him. I'm gonna go with that. This hand, I'm gonna keep it. I can go Ace and third land into Dual Sun. It does look a bit like that first hand that I lost with. But maybe we can get something going here. Alright, 6-drop is not what I love to see, but if he Virus Beetles me, it could be an easy one to discard here. Drop. Uh-oh. Alright, well at least I get a 2/3. Which can block his 2/1. Monoist, okay. Oh, phew, got the land. Alright. We're gonna play the 2/2 Double Strike. I probably should have attacked. Actually, I could still attack. I'm still gonna attack. I don't think it's double blocking. If he kills my Adepts, hits me for 4, bummer, but like oof. Alright, that's bad. Pain for all. When this is dealt damage, deals that much damage to me. So I don't even want to bombard it. I guess I can focus fire it, which does 3. Alright, so I could warp the Luminary, then focus fire will do 4. It's like a bombard. Don't love this. Oh, or I could All-Fate Stalker. That gets rid of the pain for all. That saves me a little bit of life. Then, although I'm giving up the Luminary All-Fate Stalker combo. This is interesting. Ooh, this is a tough play. I think I'm gonna All-Fate Stalker to flicker the Monoist. Get rid of pain for all. And I'm just going to hold back here. Or I could attack. No, I'm going to hold back. My plan is to focus fire the Monoist when he attacks next turn. And I still have a 2-3 that's kind of holding things off. Alright, that's a good thing to bombard. So after I focus fire here, he can't get through my 2-3, and I bombard the next flyer. Alright. Could also play the Ulfate Stalker now and get rid of the Swarm color. Also an option. I do kind of want to get a board presence. Another one. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play this. Get rid of the Swarm color. I think pass, because if he has removal, if I attack and he's removal for the Ulfate Stalker, it's a disaster, because then he hits me for 4, he gets his thing back. Alright, the Mechan's going to be super annoying, so currently it's going to cost 8. That's 6 lands. I can't kill it. So I do have to start pressuring him. I do have the Saw Ship, though. I guess what I could do... I could attack... with both. If he has the... If I attack with the 2-3 and he double blocks, and then I use Bombard and he has the Indestructible thing as his last card, it's a disaster, but I can't just... Maybe my plan is to win with the Saw Ship. So maybe I just play... I Warp Knight Luminary and hold up Bombard for his next play. Yeah. I think Saw Ship is my my route to victory this game. I do need to hold one Bombard for the Osteoharmonist, because that's not a card I can beat in a long game. I've already used most of my removal. Spacecraft. Well, I'm glad I warped. I'll gladly sack. Oh, it's non-token? Alright, I'm not as glad now. Bummer. But that one's gotta go. And the Voidborn. He's warping it. Okay, so I know his last card. Stationing there. Just gonna station 7. I don't think I'm gonna bombard anything, because I think I need to kill the flyer, and I need another bombard to kill the next big thing that matters. Back for 1, okay. Got hexproof, so I can't do anything about that. That gets warped. Ragost. I could attack for 3 and then just drop these 2. Or I could play the Saw Ship and clock him for 6, but I am taking a lot of damage on the backswing. Ragost. I hit him for 6 right now. I hit him for 6. Next turn, he plays this, screws this, he hits me for 9, I go to 6. If he attacks with everything, then he'll have back the 2-2. He'll be at 12. I attack him down to 6. It actually gets pretty close at that point, honestly. But I'll be pretty low with the Voidborn in play. What's my alternative? Play Ragost, hold up Bombard. Take less damage. Ragost can't block very well, he's just a 2-2. I'm tempted to race here. I'm gonna race. Oh, I don't even have the 6th land. Well, I guess that makes my decision easy. We're just gonna play Ragost. Do want to get damage in. Guess I'll poke him for 1. He'll hold up Bombard for his Dirgecraft. Alright. So he's 1 land away from the Mechan, killing my Ulfate Stalker. Yep. That's getting bombarded. It's gonna be hard to race when he's got the Voidborn. This buys me time. Alright, so now I could clock him for 6. Then if he gets the land, here's this is that kind of interesting. What do I leave back? If I leave back the All Fate Stalker to block these, and then he peels the 8th land, he kills my All Fate Stalker and then hits me for a bunch. I'm not racing very profitably. Or I leave back Ragost to trade with one of these, but I don't think that's a winning play either. I think I just need to hope he doesn't hit land 8. I think I have my best shot at winning the game if he doesn't. So I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna tap these two. Station. If he doesn't peel land 8, this is really, really good for me. And I think I have a good shot of winning. If he does, then we're in big trouble. All right, come on. Bummer. All right. We're not dead yet. We're not dead yet, but that's not good. It hits me for 6. Go to 6. I can kill his Voidborn. Sack of food, 3 damage to each. Let me think here. What if I bombard the flyer, hit him for 9, play the Luminary, 2 blockers, I'll be at 5. If he has another removal spell, I die though. Because he kills the 1/1, then I'm forced to block and take 4. Alternatively, I can kill the Voidborn. Just try and race just with my flyer. Has removal, it's also bad for me. I think I'm gonna attack. I think I'm gonna kill the Voidborn. I think the life drain is gonna be bad for me. I think I need to actually get rid of that. Play this. Killing it now because, as we saw before, he has an indestructible trick. My plan is to try and kill him in the air and then burn him out with Ragost. Oh, I'm just dead. Bummer. Darn. Well, I mean, we had a shot. I feel like if he didn't peel the 8th land there, we had a good shot. But yeah, killing my 2/3, doing a bunch of damage, and then drawing 3 is that was a nail in the coffin. So we definitely took a risk, but I still feel like it was the correct play. Because you play conservatively that game, then you give him too much time. And like with the 1/3, it was like only a matter of time. Like I'm losing that game in the long game. So didn't work out, but sometimes you got to take risks. All right. Well, let's see if we can rattle off a 2/1 at least. Like I said, I'd be grateful for a 2/1 with this deck. This hand seems solid, and I'm on the play. I like it. Ooh, double mulligan. Okay. Are they still thinking about going to 4? Or deciding what cards to put back? So this hand I'm going to go turn 3 Flight Deck, turn 4 Landseeker. Actually, turn 5 I can go sack the lander and like warp the Landseeker, get another lander. That's kind of cool. Kraken Relic. It's like the unmulliganed. It's so good. All right, let's get a board presence. Blue-black, another archetype, which I think is much better than red-white. Oh boy. All right, that card's very, very dangerous. I think I still am supposed to play the Landseeker. Just pressure. Attack. I could All Fate Stalker it, I guess. That's not bad. Get it out of here. He has like removal, kills the land seeker, draws a card. Things could snowball. Maybe, you know what? I'm just gonna play it safe. Yeah, I'm just gonna play it safe. Let's just get rid of this thing. He mulligan to 5. I don't want him drawing more cards. The Focus Fire will do a 4 to a blocking creature. 5 once I play the Land Seeker. Actually, 6 once I play the Land Seeker. No, it counts spacecraft, not artifacts. So 5. So I can still probably kill a blocker next turn. Alright. He freezes the Flight Deck Coordinator. Oh, and he kills that. Alright, pretty good. But at least now I can play the Land Seeker and hold up Focus Fire. And if he has removal for the Land Seeker, I can still kill the Infiltrator. That's not a disaster. Very Escort, 0/4. Okay. Alright, so he's making it unblockable, but I just get to Focus Fire it. Alright. Nice. No card draw for you. Okay. So technically I could sack the land or do 3 to him with Ragost. Oh no, I can't. Because Ragost has the tap ability, and he'll have Summoning Sickness. But I think I'm gonna attack with yeah, attack with all of these, definitely. And I'm gonna use this lander while I can, so I'm probably just gonna play the Exosuit Savior and crack the lander. Back at draw card, sure. Just return a, I guess return nothing. I haven't played a land this turn, right? Yeah, I haven't played a land, so I guess I might as well bluff another Focus Fire. Alright, so next turn I can play Dawnstrike Vanguard. Buff my whole team. Ragost does not seem good in my deck, which is funny because that's kind of what pulled me in a red-white. Another Infiltrator, okay. He does need a double spell to get it through, probably. I mean, we're just going to get aggressive. There's no point attacking with the 3/3 because it just gets blocked by the 0/4, but we'll attack with these two, and that gives me 2 tapped creatures for my Dawnstrike to buff the whole team. I don't think he's going to double block the Land Seeker. I won't play the land. There's no Force Spike. I think actually I'm going to hold the land just because there is Virus Beetle. I get to buff my whole team. I feel like we win this game unless he's got the Wrath, which isn't blue-black. I have it in my sideboard. Thinking. Second Assembler. Whenever another artifact you control enters, create a 2/2 robot artifact creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. It's a good card. Now this thing's a 5/4. If he attacks, I'm just taking it. I don't think he will. Bombard? That is sick. So I can bombard this and then it shrinks this thing. I guess I want to know if this resolves first. Yeah, I also want to deprive him of a blocker, so let's just see if this happens. Alright, just Snap died. He's probably dead now. Back with everybody. Opponent's deck looks solid. 2 infiltrators, bunch of good artifact cards. Tragic Trajectory, yeah. Again, this looks like a hard matchup. Let's see. I definitely don't want Litho Breaking. All of his creatures have more than 2 toughness. Double Infiltrator is annoying. Mechan Assembler. Yeah, it's got some 4 toughness creatures. Focus Fire seems good. Seems quite good in this matchup. Maybe I want a second one. Just to pick off the infiltrators. Again, Terminal Velocity. I don't know. Maybe this card's not good. I mean, it's good when you're behind. I guess could happen. In red-white, though, it just seems so clunky. I'm not sure what deck is the good Terminal Velocity deck, to be honest. Maybe red-green so you can ramp to it? But I think I might just cut Terminal Velocity for a Focus Fire. Focus Fire seems so good against his infiltrators to make sure they never connect. What else? Do you feel like we're the beatdown here? All Fate Scrolls, another very cuttable card. That one I feel like is still decent though. The late game draw too. I mean, this card's not bad either. It's kind of similar to All Fate Scroll. I think I'm gonna keep the scroll. Let's try that. So that my opponent mulliganed a 5 that game, and it's still like they still had an impressive showing, even at 5 cards. Like I had to do quite a bit of things in order to win. So this hand's fine, mediocre, but I'm not gonna mulligan it. I will say there's no removal here for the whatchamacallit, the infiltrator. So if he has that in 3, this could snowball, but having a 2-drop is nice, because that's another blocker. Surveils the whale. So next turn I go Ragost. It allows me to sack the All Fate Scroll to do 3 damage, although I'd rather have 2 cards. Ooh, is that better? The Pulsar Squadron Ace. This is probably better, because I'd rather this one resolve. It might not be 2 power, though. He probably has a 3-drop. Interesting. I'm going to play the Ragost. My reasoning is because I know it's going to have 2 power for attacking next turn, and I don't know that this will. And I think at this point in the game, I'd rather ensure I have a 2 power attacker, in case for some reason he spins his wheels next turn. If he uses removal on it, I don't really care, honestly. Ragost has not been good. Okay, I wasn't getting through anyways. All right, so now I'm going to run out a 3/3 Flight Deck Coordinator. Hang back. This thing does attack through the 1/3. Next turn, I could go All Fate Scroll into Pulsar Squadron Ace. I'm assuming my opponent's going to double spell this turn and connect. But we'll see. The whale's going to come down in a turn. It's going to be hard to get through. All right. Yep. Like Trajectory, the Gastronaut. Get in. Draw all the cards. All right. So he's going to get to draw a card, unfortunately. Card is really good. Okay. Don't love this. Trade with the 4/1. I think I probably do. What else am I doing? I have to start attacking. I'm fine trading Ragost for it, honestly. Ragost does not seem good. I can attack with both. Wow, he didn't block either one. He probably wants to use that for stationing something, I would guess. So let's go All Fate Scroll into Squadron Ace. I love to flip into the 6/5 spacecraft here. That'd be really nice. There you go. Ask and ye shall receive. Okay. Kind of a nombo here. The coordinator gains your life on the end step, but you have to have gained life before the end step to untap Ragost. So, pretty clunky. Wow. He has another sentry and he didn't block with it. Why wouldn't he block with the first one? Oh, okay, so interesting. Gets in. Well, now I get to hit him for 6 in the air. Really good. You have a 1-drop blue spell? That be Cryo Shatter, right? Fine. This is fine. So now I get to go play the Saw Ship, station it with this thing. I want to attack with the Ace. Would I trade Ace for one of those? No, probably not, because I probably want to Exosuit Savior the Ace next turn. So I'm actually not going to offer the trade. I'll just smash for 6. So I assume he's going to use the Relic to freeze my Saw Ship. Oh, another reason not to attack with Ace is it's a blocker for the Infiltrator. I see. I assume he's going to freeze, lock down the Saw Ship for a turn with the Cryogen Relic. Yep. Ragost. I can only use Ragost once, because once I tap him, Cryo Shatter will destroy it. But that is 3 damage, right? I'm going to block here. Just the bluff attack? Doesn't want a blocker back? Holding up all of his mana, so maybe he has like a Grav kill. That makes me want to leave my mana, at least 1 mana open, so I could sack the Saw Ship to Ragost when he Grav kills it. Attacking here doesn't seem great with all the 4/1s. Yeah, I think we just play the flyer. Turn the Squadron Ace, the Pulsar Squadron Ace. Replay it. I could have also returned the Ragost, I suppose. That's not unreasonable. Maybe that was better. Chance that it was. Play this. Can I find my other spacecraft? No. Just pass and wait to use Ragost when he tries to kill the Saw Ship, which I assume is about to happen. Huh. The opponent's basically at 4 right now. They have to find an answer to the Saw Ship. And when they do, I get to shoot him for 3 off of the Ragost Circuit Feeder. Okay. They'll have 3 artifacts. Targeting my 2/2 flyer, maybe? Yeah, that makes sense. He still has to deal with the Saw Ship. I guess this thing is doesn't have trample. Attack? Attacks I'll probably trade. He has to chump block now. Alright, no attacks. Moxite's kind of a good draw here. Let's do that first. Let's Moxite, discard one of these mountains. Focus Fire. Okay. Pumps there. Back with the, I think, just the Saw Ship. Yep, chump block. Has to do that. Play land. Sack this to create. And I wish... Maybe I guess I should have returned the Ragost, because now I get 3 artifacts I'd love to start sacrificing. I can turn this to a creature, though, just trying to overwhelm him with creatures. Pretty soon I can draw 2 with the All Fates. So next turn he can play the Whale as another chump blocker. He's trying to buy time to find removal. If he attacks with a 1/3, I'm not going to trade with the flight deck coordinator. I'm just going to bounce with the Pulsar Squadron Ace because he might be trying to get Void. You saw Tragic Trajectory in the first game. That'd be a good way to finish off my Saw ship. This might just be another chump blocker for the Saw ship. All right, two swamps hitting the graveyard. This end step, let's make a 2/2. No land. We crack the Alphate Scroll, but then I'll just have one untapped anyway, so there's no point to doing it now. I'm just going to keep pecking in with a 6/5. And keep chump blocking. Okay. Play a land. End step, we're going to crack the Alphate Scroll to draw 2. At some point, he'll use removal on the Saw ship and go to 4. And then we're gonna try and overwhelm him. All right, there it is. So sack of food, do 3 damage to you. My Ragost now. We knew that was going to happen eventually. And now I just have to get through the rest of the stuff. Assembler is a big problem. I'd love to focus fire that. Probably going to be attacking next turn with a bunch of stuff. Attack? That is a greedy, greedy attack. I want to kill this. I do want to kill his Mechan Assembler. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let this connect. I think the Assembler is more of a threat here on this board. I don't want him just pumping out a bunch of creatures. So I'll let him have this one. Draw 2. Ooh. Creatures I control get +1/+1. I can buff the whole team. Does that change the math? Not really. Everything still trades. I have 9 mana. Bit awkward. Very awkward. Next turn I'll have 10, so I could double pump. And then these 4/1s can't even kill anymore. I actually am tempted to just play both of my creatures now. Just try and set up a huge attack next turn. I think I'm going to do that. He might spew out a couple 2/2s here. Tap that. Okay. Why does he tap that one? Alright, it's a 2/2. He's going to kind of flood the board here. Draw another card. Alright. The next turn I might alpha and like pump the team, use focus fire. He doesn't have removal for my 2/5/4. Nice. I can shrink that to a 3/4 instant speed. Awkward. I want to endanger the 4/5. If I attack with a 4/5, it probably puts like basically a 5/6 things in front. I think I'm gonna alpha here. I'm threatening double pump, but I secretly have single pump plus focus fire. But double pump makes this really awkward for him. It makes all of my creatures lethal. I'm attacking with 5 and he has 6 blockers, so you can only double block 1. Or 1 there. Die to first strike. There, okay. Okay, she's just chump blocking there. Wow. So if I double pump... Alright, let me start with 1 pump. I know I'm doing that. I pump again, I get to keep my flight deck coordinator. And so basically at the end of this, I'll have my flight deck coordinator, my squadron ace, I'll lose the vanguard, and I'll have the dual sun adepts. So I'll have 3 creatures. All he'll have left is the infiltrator. The 3 creatures versus the infiltrator. Lose the vanguard. Or I could focus fire, let's say the mechan assembler. That shrinks the emissary escort. So it can no longer kill my vanguard. I'm still only doing 5 damage, so at the end he's left with a 2/2. I get to keep my vanguard though, which pumps my team. Does seem pretty good. I actually just want to focus fire. Focus fire the 4/4. I like that. Keeps my vanguard alive, pumps the team. It seems really strong to me. Okay. Brings to 3/4. Both. Buff my whole team. Seems good. Now, again, almost all my creatures are lethal. The squadron ace technically not, but attacking with the infiltrator is pretty risky here. It's a pretty good game. All right, he's got removal for that. That helps a lot. He still can't. I still have lethal. I mean, he could attack and play a creature and just go chump. Oh. All right, that's bad. So he could chump block, go to 1 here, or try and find another blocker. Double tragic trajectory. Is he another good blocker here? All right, no. Another focus fire, okay. I go both. Unblock the 4/4, go to 1, hopefully. And then I have removal for the infiltrator in case he tries to draw into something. I do also have a lot of life, so I got plenty of time to draw into something. I'm for sure going to focus fire the 1/3 if he goes for it. Corral of the Void. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, target creature defending, so he can steal my 4/5 lifelinker. So I can currently do 4 damage with the focus fire. I can't actually finish it off. My god, what a game. Can't finish it off. If I draw a creature, I can finish it off. But then I leave the corral in play. Like, if he can trigger Void this turn, that's an easy way for me to lose. And he draws another card. Good. Yeah, I think we're just gonna shoot this and take our chances against the 4/5 lifelink. Oh, that's attacking 2? I didn't realize that's how it worked. Okay. So actually I do technically have lethal now. He's got a chump. Okay, that was definitely the right play then. Back with both. Although after this, I don't know if I can finish him off. Goes to 2. He's basically at 6 because that thing's gonna be a blocker. Oh, this is really close. I do have a lot of life, but if he gets like another good blocker and starts attacking with a 4/5, he could come back. Yeah, he's attacking. Did he draw like a whale or something? Cryo Shatter. Okay. Yeah, so now he's just gonna try and race me. It's like attack him for 5, goes down to 1, and then he attacks, gains 4. So I am dealing a damage. So attack with these 2. Plus I get to gain life by doing this. Play this. This is a crazy game. What am I hoping to draw? I guess like a Banishing Light or the Banisher Priest. Some way to get rid of that, and I have this locked up. This is very close though. One deck's really nice. Voidborn. Okay. I don't. Can you attack here? It's pretty risky. Land. Love this. So if I attack, he's basically at 5. I can't finish him off. Play 1 land. I currently have 12 lands. 1 in the yard, 13. I have 4 lands left and 10 spells. It gives him a double. I get a Surveil 2. It's good in this situation. Like, if they have 8 cards left, I'll also answer. I'll also say. So they do have to finish me off or they deck. And attacking seems dangerous for them. There we go. That's what I needed. All right, that should be game. So let's start by warping this. Get rid of my 4/5 because it's going to come back to me, and that should be the death knell here. Yeah, Ollie Bombard on top. All right. Whew. It's an exciting game. And the red-white deck does feel like at a disadvantage against both these decks I've played against. Still not convinced it's good. I think I actually wanted to cut Terminal Velocity. Card is just... I don't think it's good in this deck. I think I'd rather just have maybe another Lightsmith. Maybe a way to like potentially draw cards. Go with that. I suppose I could also put the Torpedo in instead of the Lightsmith as another artifact for Ragost and another removal spell. But Torpedo is pretty mediocre. Play first. Alright, I'll keep it. Not a great hand, but it's functional, albeit slow. If I drop Plains, I'll have a 3-drop at least, which is nice. Watery Grave. Mountain, probably the worst draw on the deck. Steel Swarm. Okay. Plains. Perfect. Run this guy out. Yeah, I think I like just run. Scan ship. Draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Okay. Pretty good. Next turn I can go Land Seeker, maybe. Or do I want to go do you want to play Rammer? Land Seeker kind of means I want to sack the land or the following turn, in which case I'm not playing a 4-drop. It's probably actually better to play the Rammer first, I guess, for that reason. See what we draw. Discards, Shield me. Yeah, we're going to play the Rammer. Back for 3. Station. Yes. Next turn, I can play the Land Seeker and I can turn this on. 3/4 flying first strike. Not bad. Lawbringer. Okay. It's fine. We'll take to the airs. To the air. To the sky. Alright, he's just crewing. Never mind. So this brings it to 6. Let's see. We'll play the Land Seeker, gets to 6 station. I need 3 more to turn it on. So I guess I could just station him with this rather than attacking. Still 3 damage either way. Hold up white for focus fire. Go station. Station. Hold up full control to bluff focus fire. It was like, why did he get priority on his turn with 1 white up? We're at 12. A nice board here. I'm going to stop on my upkeep. Probably going to crack the ladder on my upkeep. Filter. I mean, I do have a couple 6-drops, so that could maybe actually maybe I want to draw first, but I'm committing to using the lander this turn because it's going to go away. So if I'm going to use it, I might as well use it on my upkeep. I could use the lander and bombard a blocker. If he's putting all his eggs in the scanship basket as a good blocker, I can bombard it. I probably actually want to do that during my upkeep, huh? Just to see if it resolves. Because he's got there's a counter spell unless you pay 2 mana. Oh, he's just tapping out. It's kind of interesting. I think I am going to bombard this turn. So I think I do crack this on my upkeep. The filter. Planes. Draw. Banishing Light. I guess technically, if I not cracked it, I could go. Would I have had lethal? No, because he still would have chump blocked, but it would have been good. I definitely want to kill the scanship. I probably want to use the bombard just because Banishing Light can kill larger creatures. Let's go bombard the scanship. And I think attack with all. Yep. Block the Steel Swarm. Alright, he's at 3. Gets to Surveil, but I get a 1/1. Pass. I guess I held up the mountain now, so I'm not being consistent with my focus fire bluff. Small mistake there, but probably doesn't matter. Not like he can play around focus fire anyways in this situation. If he plays like a huge blocker, now I can Banishing Light it. Needs to go like kill the Landseeker, play a big blocker or something. Kanazoa, I mean, that's a good one. So yeah, I'm glad I saved the Banishing Light for a larger creature. Taps the flyer. But I think he's dead now, right? Because I kill this. Yeah, he's dead. I don't need to show him though. Vanishing Light, you're back with all. Little 1/1 made all the difference. All right, blue green, multiple Thawbringers, spacecraft, Anazoa. So some large creatures. Again, terminal velocity just doesn't seem that good to me. Focus Fire could be good. Litho Breaking. Got multiple 4/2s. That's a 2/3. That's a 3/2. Litho Breaking could be good. Kills this thing too. Yeah. Is Focus Fire just better though? Maybe I cut the All Fate scroll for just like a removal spell. Like a Litho Breaking or a Focus Fire. That's probably just going to be more consistently good. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'd rather have the Litho Breaking more defensive to wipe out his... Like, if he curves like 2-drop into Thawbringer, the Litho Breaking to wipe them both out. Yeah, I think I want to try the Litho Breaking. It seems interesting. Ragost to just like... I keep cutting artifacts. I'm down to 5 artifacts now. What are you going to do? Is there anything else that's better to cut? Starfighter Pilot trades with the 4/2s, so I like having that. I mean, the Lightsmith, I could easily cut that, but I don't know. I think having another way to draw cards is kind of nice. I guess I could keep the All Fate scroll. You know, yeah, let's cut the Lightsmith and put an All Fate scroll. I think this might be a little more consistent in drawing cards, and it's better in the early game. It's an artifact, so it helps with the Gastronaut and the Pangolin. So I think we'll go with this. Yeah, I mean, we're going to keep it. Got a curve. Turn target permanent, so I could get the Moxite back. Not bad. I do like that card. It's pretty. Tap it. Squadron Ace. I'm just going to take the Spacecraft this time. I'll probably play the Flight Deck Coordinator next turn just to stop taking damage from the 2/2. Yep, no blocks. At some point we can either Exosuit Savior, the Moxite, or the Squadron Ace. 3/1. Alright, well, I can just trade out the Squadron Ace with the 3/1. I'm fine with that. Okay, so let's just go. Let's play the Flight Deck Coordinator. Pass. If he kills the Flight Deck Coordinator, I can at least trade off my Squadron Ace for the 3/1. Next turn I can go Starfighter Pilot plus Moxite. Ooh, that's a good card. The Lab Ship. You can turn an artifact on his beating a combat to a 2/2 flying creature. Do it to his lander token. It's cute. I double stationed it. All right, so he's all in on the station. If he's fully stationed, then I can bombard it, which is interesting. So I guess I maybe didn't want to play the land yet, but I think we are just going to go Moxite here. But what am I pitching? I could pitch the Pilot, but I don't have another 2-drop. I also hold up Bombard. Maybe I'll just do that. Attack for 4. I mean, I kind of gained 3 life back. He attacked me back for 7, but I can Bombard his next play. Or I could lead back this one. I mean, this gave me 2. I'm going to attack. I gained 2 life by doing this. I'm going to hold up Bombard. That's my plan here. I think it's just the most mana efficient play. And there's a chance that he fully suits up the lab ship, in which case I get to bombard it and it's a blowout. But this is kind of a bit suspicious of me leaving up all my mana. Yep. Snap. That resolves. Please station it all the way. Yep, that resolves too. Yep. I think he's going for it. All right. Nice. I get to bombard that thing now. One of the target artifacts. This doesn't actually. I'll let him do this because it doesn't actually add more damage. He has less information about to happen. Attack with all. Bombard your 4. Ooh, focus fire. Nice. It's still kind of tough. Back with both. Play the star. All right, what am I gonna discard to the mock site? Exosuit Savior? Or I could play Exosuit Savior. Oh, I could play Exosuit Savior and the Starfighter Pilot. Just bounce a land. I am giving up value that way, but that's not bad. Or I could play the mock site. It doesn't add to the board though. It does feel like I want to commit. I want to add to the board here. I think I'm just gonna play a bunch of creatures. So I think we're gonna go Exosuit Savior. We're gonna return a land. Play a land. I play a Starfighter Pilot too, and I guess I'm gonna attack with both because this gains me life. Okay. Greenhouse, that's a good one. Counter on all those creatures. I'll trade my pilot for the 4/2. Oh, he's just suiting up. 5/4 trample, okay. I can bombard that too. Or I could focus fire it. I think I want to bombard it. Do I mock site first and pitch the land? Do you have a 6-drop that I really want? Yeah, I think we're gonna get a little greedy and pitch the land here. We'll probably hit another land, right? Alright, yeah, we get 2 more lands. Alright. So now I can bombard the 5/4. Attack 2, I guess. Leap back my, or I could trade off 3/3s. No, I think I want to leap back my creatures. Just do. Oh, he's reach! Oh no! Damn it. Guess I should have, yeah. Forgot that thing had reach. That's bad. Alright. Makes things harder, that's for sure. Okay. So I think we're trading off here, leaving the Flight Deck Coordinator alive. I think I am going to want the life gain. I want a way to crew this 6/5, which is a 2-turn clock. That was bad, though. Alright. This thing... A null? Yeah, I think we're losing pretty convincingly now. And ship. Okay. Darn. Game's slipping away. I'm gonna trade off with the which one? I guess the Edge Rover. Because my robot comes into play tapped. But it can eventually trade with the 4/2. I can focus fire the 4/3 or probably the ship soon. Trade off with the flight deck coordinator. I guess I'm actually dead if he just screws up the spacecraft and attacks with both of his flyers, huh? Yeah, supposed to block the 4-2. Wow. Not expect this to happen. Only I had a 2-2 flyer. Yeah, just suit up the flyer. Back with both of the flyers. Lawbringers are solid. I'm glad I brought in Litho Breaking. It seems really good against this. Wow, a null. A null is so bad against my deck too. I don't have many artifacts and enchantments. Yep. Yeah, we're dead. Hunted that game. See if we can pull it out. These all the 4-2s. I love Litho Breaking here. He's got a lot of spacecraft. That's kind of his thing. The ways to kill giant spacecraft are good. Could do the torpedo, but it's not very mana efficient. Focus Fire is a better card. It's more mana efficient. But I'd rather have Focus Fire instead of Off Fate Scroll. I think so. Just gonna go with that. He's got all these 4-2s in his deck. I'm gonna keep it. Maybe a loose keep, but it's totally functional if I get a planes. And I'll have a little bit of time. The 4-2s don't start coming out till turn 3. He has the rover, the 1-drop 2-2. That'll be rough. Mulligan to 5. All right. With this hand, I need it. All the help I can get. Island synthesizer. Okay, that's a good one. Oh, Pangolin's not a bad draw. Just hoping to find a planes. Okay. No play. Oh, he does have a play. Nutrient block. Okay. It's a kind of a combo with the synthesizer. Okay. Back. I could still easily lose this game if I just don't find a planes and he plays like a Thawbringer here. I could totally lose this game. All right, Biologist. So he suits up the ship and hits me for 2 with the nutrient block. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to race very effectively now, but planes. That's a really good draw. That gets me my planes. Attack. Play the Landseeker. Such a good draw, my god. All right. At least if I brick next turn, the following turn I'll be able to like Banishing Light. Just get rid of the lap ship. Because if I get rid of the lap ship, that removes a lot of the pressure off of my back. All right, he kills that. That's fine. Take another 2. I'll play just Rip of Plains normally. Well, I guess I could warp that for an extra point of damage. And sack the lander. Not the best play. Sack this. Before I misclick. All right. I mean, we're currently behind, but if I Banishing Light the lab ship, I'll be a bit more stabilized. If he has a null for a Banishing Light, brutal. Okay, well, the bright side, he doesn't have the blue for a null now. Ideally, I can Banishing Light the slab ship and then just trade off Pangolin for a Thoughtbringer. I'm going to take 6 here, though. And then maybe after that, I can stabilize with my 6/6, my 4/5 lifelink. Oh, he didn't fully do it. God, drawing so bad. It's just Banishing Lights. Ship. Just try and trade off Pangolin or 2. And then following turn, play the Vanguard. I guess I could have played the Vanguard on my turn, but this takes 6 damage off my back. Seems good. All right, snap trade for the 4/2. Yeah, I love that. All Fate Scroll. Okay, land. All right. There's my plane. So now I have 7 mana. If I could go like Team Leader plus a 3-drop, or I could just run out the Vanguard and start getting the life gain going. It does eat the first removal spell, though. If he doesn't have it, it's pretty good for me. He plays a large creature next turn. I'm going to get this going. I feel like I just need the lifelink. If I get him 1 hit with this, it kind of changes the whole way this game plays out. Could be splashing for like Grav Kill or Tragic Trajectory or something. All right, that's fine. This is all fine. Doubling that. Tapping. All right, well, he can't attack anyways. So let's see. So technically, if I play this and this, I can make this thing have 6. Can't actually attack that profitably. I could just kill off his Harmonizer, I suppose. Gain 5. Right, what do I want to trade that for Harmonizer? Then I could play like Team Leader and Flight Deck Coordinator, or maybe Team Leader and Turbo Drone. This is a pretty important play here. Trade off for the Harmonizer. I don't think I'm going to yet. I think I'm going to go Team Leader and Turbo Drone. Set up a big attack next turn. This thing. I don't care about that. Okay, so he's tapped out now. So now I do get a free attack in. Yeah. Now I get a free attack because I can go Turbo Drone my Vanguard, so it's a 6/6, and then Flight Deck Coordinator, put another counter on it, so 7/7. Gain 7 life. Tapped out, no cards in hand, so this does seem insane. Reblade Trooper. Oh, I can warp. Maybe it's better to warp, actually. I have 7 mana, so yeah, I can actually do it all. I can go warp this. Wait, no, I can't. Just because of the lands that I have. I think I'm just gonna play the Trooper. Just so I don't die to some BS with the Harmonizer next turn. I'll put a counter here. Back with a 7/7. Yeah, this seems really good. Putting a counter on all my creatures with the trooper in play, and I get to gain 2 life. It seems really good for me. Now whenever a creature I control dies, I'm going to get a 1/1. Feeling good about my chances here. Now I don't think I want to endanger the Vanguard. This attack with like Pilot, yeah, or power. Play the Pilot and turbo drone it. Then I can go back with this and this. I think that's it. I guess he can double block 2/2 on this. I get a 1/1. Yeah. I'm okay with this. Focus fire. I'll top that. Yep, this makes sense. I'd rather kill the flyer or the... I'm going to kill the Terrabotanist. I think just killing the creature with more toughness. It also gains some life. Let's just get rid of that. Pass. His board is basically gone. He doesn't get to draw 4 cards here. That's pretty good. Sure, Godma. Card. Can't attack. Godma's a card that could beat me. I need to get another counter on my whole team. Attacking? Oh, vigilance, right. Makes sense. He's 1 green open. No tricks that I know of. Green. I do want to kill this Godma. I think I'm just gonna double block with these. The next turn I can attack with a Vanguard, put a counter on all my stuff. And Forest. There's that Melt Striders thing. Oh, that's not an instant. 4/3/3. Yeah, I'm going with those two. I get 2 1/1s. And next turn I get to hit for a bunch with the lifelinker and then pump my whole team. Got that thing. Let's trade off. I could attack with a turbo drone. Might want to save the focus fire for a large blocker though. Yeah, I'll pump one of these. Fine if he wants to trade it off for one of his creatures. All right, taking it all. I get to pump my whole team. It's good. If he plays a large thing, I have focus fire. I think we're doing okay now. Provided there's not some insane bomb. That's good. I think with the focus fire, I'll be fine. So, I guess if I attack with this will be a 6/7. He's got to triple block it for it not to die. And then I focus fire. I get him. Or I pump one of these. And if he trades off, I don't get a counter on my team. Just do this one. Let's bait him with the triple block. Okay. And I get to pump my whole team again. I feel like I'm probably gonna win this game, right? I guess he could Wrath. I would get him back in it. I think I'm gonna hold the land. All right. Oof. God, opponent mulligan to 5, and that was still felt like a close game. All right, well, we scraped out with the 2-1. Some hard-fought matches and some lucky mulligans on our opponent's parts for us. Let's take a look at this deck again. I don't think it was very good. Ragost was bad. I don't know. I'm not convinced this is a card you should move in a red-white for. I ended up not getting enough artifacts. I guess maybe if I had more spacecraft, it would be tempting, but I don't love this archetype. I feel like against the decks like blue-black and red-black or green-red, blue-green, like they can flat out the board, and while they're doing it, they're generating lantern tokens or they're drawing cards, and then like once they stabilize, they just grind you out in the late game, and you can't do much here. So I think this is now 2 instances where terminal velocity was just straight up kind of bad in my deck, and I think in my estimates, I'm lowering this card a lot. There might be a deck for it, but so far I've had it in red-white and I had it in red-black, and in both cases, I mean, you 2-for-1 yourself because you sack the thing that you sneak attacked into play, and then most likely you wrath your whole board too. So it's like you're 2-for-1ing yourself to cast a Wrath of God that for sure kills all your creatures and maybe kills all of theirs, not necessarily. If you're playing a red-green deck where you have some like huge fatty, like a Godma, I could see it being better there. It's like you're sneak attacking in an actual like Crater of Behemoth type card, hitting for a bunch and then maybe wrathing everything, but it's still a very situational card and kind of hard to make work. So, and at the end of the wrath, you know, you 2-for-1 yourself just casting it. So definitely lower in my estimates. I'm happy to be proven wrong. Like maybe other people are having success with it, but it's been bad. It's been bad for me. So probably gonna take it less in the future. That'll do it for this one. That's all the time I have for tonight. Thanks for watching. We'll definitely be drafting more Edge of Eternities later. I'm really liking the format. It seems really interesting. And yeah, till next time. All right, bye everybody.